Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel White Angel Messages. I'm Angel. This is a dragon theme reading which is held 3 times every month on the 10th, the 19th, and the 28th. Each reading is timeless, so you'll find them in their playlist, and the link is down below for your convenience. When a dragon appears in your life in any way, shape, or form, there's a reason. Love, balancing out the lightness and the darkness, bringing out the strength inside of you because the dragons want to see us fierce, bold, and strong? Well, one of the reasons is the reason why we're here today. In fact, in the premeditation reading, I was picking up the courage to love, the phrase, the courage to love. And also, I heard speaking up. So, since the dragons are the divine guardians of love, then I think there's a message for us regarding love. Someone is afraid to speak up. It's kind of difficult at times, so we have to admit it. Courage can be what is missing, and love can be scary sometimes. So let's take a look at what the message is for someone out there. Spirit, what message do you have for us, for our viewer, from the dragons, with the dragon spirit? Let's see. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands. We don't have happiness. What is it? We have the Four of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, there's some sort of conflict or lack of having that rooted family unit, that feeling that makes you strong, that gives you the courage to do certain things. In fact, when the Four of Wands is in the reverse, it means lack of support. You don't have someone backing you up, or you don't have the exact courage in yourself. Okay, some form of instability is going on. And then we also have the Page of Wands. Okay, so see, yeah, we're in the Wands, so we're talking about love. We're talking about the passion that is inside of us. But we're feeling the instability and the lack of support. We feel weak, with very simple terms. Okay, and instead, the Page of Wands is all about being fearless, having that adventure inside of us, going out and being excited about it. But this is the problem. Okay, we have someone who most likely is in love and has this feeling, and they want to be fearless. Inside, their heart is fearless. But there's something that is causing them instability. There's something inside of them that says, I can't do it. I can't say it. I can't, right? But as I was saying, the premeditation was telling me about the courage to love and speaking up, saying it. So it's all about getting that energy that is inside of you, like the Page of Wands that says, yes, I've got it. I'm adventurous. I've got it inside of me. And being able to pull it out, because there's this instability here that's not allowing you, right? There's some sort of conflict. Because you see how these are conflictual? Okay, this is the happiness that's not there because you can't get it, because, oh no, I can't do it. Okay, I don't have the people around me helping me, or I feel that I'm myself and blocking myself. And yet here, this is a fearless figure. There's the contrast. Yeah, very simple. Okay, let's go take a look at what they want to tell us about this. They're going to help us out. They're going to guide us in some way to get that, to open up and say those things and have the courage. Let's go see. Okay, Ten of Swords in the reverse. This I like. I like when this card is in the reverse. Okay, because someone is actually healing and they're learning your lessons. This is actually lessons learned. Let's go in the past tense. It's not learning at the moment, but they have learned it. Okay, now there are 2 Ten of Swords in this deck, and this one tells me that what they've learned wasn't that difficult. Okay, it wasn't, because this is the nicer Ten of Swords. The other one has blood all over it, where the dragon went through a really brutal battle. Instead, this one is telling me that they won. They understood it. Okay, they survived. But the fact is, it wasn't that bad. They learned the lesson. Okay, they understand it. Now, let's see if they can implement it. Let's see if they can have the courage. Because usually if you go through a battle Okay, even inside of yourself, it doesn't matter. Or you lose out on something, right? Really, in the outer world, you lose out on something. That gives you the strength to maybe pull out your voice or do something or say something. And in this case, I'm picking up that, yes, healing is already in progress and the person has learned their lesson. And then we have, look at that, the King of Cups coming up. Okay. So as a logical consequence of what you learned, okay, you go on and the King of Cups becomes wise because you've learned your lesson. Okay. And as a consequence, wisdom comes in and they're able to understand things much better. Okay, this is nice. I want to continue. This is really nice. So we've got this conflict, but the wisdom steps in. Are you going to do it? Are you going to speak up? Are you going to have the courage also to continue after the words and have the courage to love? Ooh, sometimes that road is really difficult. Let's go see what they have for us. Words to give us this. The Hermit in reverse. Okay, so we have a major arcana. Really nice card. Okay, the Hermit in reverse tells me that you're returning to society. Okay? The best thing to do is to return to society because when you go through this is a sort of transformation here because if you can see, the colors are completely different, right? The conflict here at the beginning, this sort of opposite, like I don't have the courage, but I've got it inside, but I don't have it on the outside and I can't do it. You learned your lesson. For some reason, you might be looking back or you have recently experienced something that taught you a lesson and that made you much wiser. Okay. Now, what they're saying is if you haven't returned, return to society. Don't stay in isolation. Don't stay there by yourself saying, okay, I got it. Good. That's great. But now that you understand it, return because that means right now you have got that wisdom that will spark the courage, that will fuel the words to come out, that will fuel you to actually go somewhere, do something. Okay? That's what you need. You need to come out of hiding at the moment and implement right away that lesson that you've learned. Wow, okay, I heard everything. Thank you. The Fool. The Fool is in the reverse. Why? They were distracted before. They were a little bit foolish. There was something, I don't know. There was something that happened. Instead of taking that leap of faith, you were kind of distracted and you didn't take it, or maybe you're a little bit reckless. Okay, see how I'm tripping on my words as I'm talking because in fact, reckless is the right answer. Okay, something you did not do something correctly. It didn't flow. It didn't go well. Okay, always in love that we're talking about. You were a little bit reckless and it did not go well. So now what are you going to do? What you have to do, you have to speak up, right? You have to fix it. We can fix it. Okay? And now you're going to have to try again. You're going to have to come out of isolation because you've learned the lesson and fix it. Incredible. Yeah, look at that. Did I not say this was a love reading? The Lovers. Okay, right from the beginning, pre-meditation, the pre-reading meditation, I picked up on this. See how the Lovers are in the reverse? There's currently disharmony, okay? You want to move forward, but you're afraid because you don't have the courage to. But this is what you have to do because you understood it, okay? So we have to fix this. This is a definite confirmation of it. 7 of Cups. Okay. You're going to have to make that choice. You're going to have to come. I'm hearing Spirit say you have to choose, you have to decide, and you can't just sit there and be an idle, okay? You were in isolation before, you reflected on it before, there was a period of separation on it before, you realized you were reckless, and what happened, okay? Because this is the disharmony here. But you have to you have to make that choice. You don't have the choices anymore. You know what you have to do. And you have to bring out that courage, right? But the fact is, the courage is right here. We already have heard it. Right there. You understand it. The wisdom. So why aren't you moving? Oh, I heard afraid of repeating. Yeah, classic. I just heard it. Afraid of repeating, see? Because then the Ten of Swords is going to be this one. It's going to be a second Ten of Swords. That one came up and that one you handled. Look at how the second one could come up. It came out sideways. Did you see that? It came out sideways. I just heard take them. These are to be taken. This came out sideways. It was answering my question. What could happen? And the fear of repeating. Okay. The repeating, the Ten of Swords. I told you I have two tens in this deck. They're both Ten of Swords. And this is the one with the blood. You are afraid to repeat the recklessness because this is possible. It's sideways. And if you do that, it's going to be even worse because there's the blood here. Here, it wasn't that bad. It was bad, but not that bad. Here, you're afraid that it's going to happen again. But look at that. We have the Ace of Swords underneath. The thing is, you could either live in the confusion of not knowing what's going to happen and what's not going to happen, or you can try and clarify everything. Muster that courage, bring it up, okay? And what happens? You get clarity, okay? Ace of Swords, you get the truth. Don't you want the truth? Don't you want to know how it's going to go? How it's going to happen? Because the dragons here are to bring you courage, right? They step in when they know that you do have the courage and they help you pull it out. They'll never push. They'll never give you an answer or a guidance if it is not that situation, if you shouldn't be doing it. If they tell you to try to communicate and talk and speak up, it means that there is the possibility of fixing things. Okay? Otherwise, it would not be suggested. So you do have the possibility of getting all this clarity and having this new breakthrough, and seeing it. You're afraid, but they're saying this is what you can have. Or free will, you can decide to remain in the dark and not have the courage, not speak up, and be alone. Okay? The Lovers will continue to be in the reverse. You can continue having the disharmony. Okay. I heard this is the last card. This is beautiful. Judgment. Okay. This is great. It's in sideways. So again, this is you. Okay. Are you going to understand this? Are you going to learn the lesson or not? Okay. This is like self-evaluation. Are you going to understand it? Incredible. If it goes in the upside down position in another reading, it's going to be the failure to understand it. If it goes this way, it means, yeah, I got it. I reflected and I understand it now. Okay. However, I can't give you an answer. This is your free will. What they're showing you, however, is nothing ventured, nothing gained. Right? You knew you were reckless. You knew what you did wrong. Don't do it again. Very simple. Yeah. But you do have the possibility. What I'm seeing here is that you do have the possibility of recuperating something. And all you have to do is have the courage to speak up and have the courage to love again. And when you do that, that power is going to come out. That strength is going to come out. And you'll definitely have a chance. Wow. This was a beautiful one. And the way it ended is incredible. Okay, everyone. I wish you well. I really wish you the strength to speak up and say what you have to say. And have the courage, therefore, afterwards, to love. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking this video, for sharing it with someone that you think could appreciate it and who needs it. And above all, thank you for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you on the next one with the dragons or with the Vikings or whatever you prefer. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now. From Angel.